Welcome, Mr. Anders. Welcome, Mr. PATECCO. Mr. Anders and Mr. PATECCO are the founders and managing directors of PATECCO, a company based in Germany focusing on consulting and integration services around identity and access management. Mr. PATECCO, tell us a little bit about PATECCO.
PATECCO is an identity and access governance company working as an advisor, reliable and trusted to Fortune 500 companies.
One of the challenges organizations are facing is today that they not only need to handle their employees anymore, but business partners and consumers. So what is your view on the B2B and B2C relations?
Looking back in the last couple of years, our clients kept it very separate to manage those identities, so they had different directories, different user stores. Everything what they actually succeeded with their internal infrastructure, getting rid of identity silos, started again with external collaboration, with treating customers in a certain way in their directories, where they now are trying to clean it up again and try to get one user store or one point of view on their identities.
So there's a lot of talk these days about a new discipline, IAM, for consumer or customer identity management. So what do you think about that?
My point of view, it's rather about how do you want to treat those different identities. So looking to on-premise identities, meaning employees, contractors working for your company in an on a contract basis, is very different from someone who has no contract, no legal relation to your company. So they want to have a different usability point of view. They want to have less security burdens. They just want to collaborate with you or shop in your shop, whatever. Yeah.
So do we need two separate identity managements, an identity management for the employees and a CIAM for the customers and consumers, or should it be treated as an entity, or at what level do we need to integrate?
Right. So on the one hand side, it's a question of capabilities of these different products. If you look at the, let's call it old school on-premise identity access management products, they don't serve the same capabilities as in SaaS-based identity access management. You have different flexibilities. So in SaaS, you have less flexibility, but you have more security mechanisms like authentication, like access control. You want to apply adaptive authentication, like multi-factor authentication, stuff like that. So it's not really to say it's just one system, but it's a question of building one ecosystem of your identity management.
Okay, so from your customer projects, what are concrete experiences and maybe takeaways you would share?
Yeah, good question. So looking back to our previous projects, our clients tried to manage all these identities in one system and kept a very high security burden to their clients, business partners and consumers. The question is, if someone shops in your website, does he really need to apply always two-factor? You actually want to have a credit card which is billable, right? On the other side, if you're using this same identity, the same person, human being, to collaborate with you, to provide information about what kind of medicine did he buy, what kind of products did he use, and how did it actually succeed, then he might provide sensitive information, which has different compliance regulations where you need to apply different security standards. So once he's starting to provide this kind of information, you want to treat them with different authentication mechanisms.
If you had to name one or two or three key success factors for that type of projects, what would it be?
I think it's first of all a matter of requirements and talking to your business. It's not about having IT security on board. It's more about what is your sales going to expect from managing those identities. You want to track identities maybe and see, okay, he might be interested in this, and you want to focus on advertising your products in a different way. And I think that's a key success factor to really focus on your business instead of focusing on IT security, even though IT security is very important.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Anders. Thank you, Mr. PATECCO. PATECCO is a leading provider of advisory and consulting integration for consumer and identity and access management, delivering that type of projects to the customers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kuppinger.